How's it going, everybody? I know it's been a minute, but like the title says, I am down at the Indianapolis OC in Indianapolis here. I went in to get my DOT physical done, and well, I passed, but my CPAP machine, the internal clock wasn't working. It had the date of 2098, so we couldn't use any of it. No, Colita no, Colita. So we couldn't use any of it to get my medical card. So we had to buy a new machine and a new sleep study, which grand total of $2,800. And so we got that on Tuesday, and we had to do a week still here at Snyder. So Tuesday coming up, 2 more days, and I can bring the reading down and get my medical card for 30 days, and then I gotta do a reading on that for 30 days, come back to Indianapolis and get a year. So that's what we've been doing. I'm parked down here way in the back. I was parked up here, up towards the building, because there was grass there for the dog. And when I took a shower and come back out, and somebody had hit my truck. Didn't say anything, didn't report it, just, scraped my truck and drove off. So if it ain't one thing, it's another. You get this virus, so I was afraid to go home. When I was ready to go home, now I couldn't go home because of the CPAP machine. And it would have made no sense after just spending $2,800 to waste fuel to go all the way home, because I would have had to come all the way back down here to Indianapolis to get my medical card. So I said, well, talk to the wife and see what she said. She wanted me to go home, but then we got to looking at it. We'd be bobtailing up there with no load, bobtailing back. That's what we thought at first, and then we found out that we have a waiver just to get back to the terminal, and that's it. And then the truck can't be moved. So it wouldn't have made no sense to go home. And then have to pay, another $100 to get retested at somewhere else when I've already paid the $110 to get this medical card done, DOT physical done. So that's what we're doing right now. Just sitting here. I was debating if I wanted to make this video, because I know, haters out there. But I talked to some people, and they said, just, it's your channel. Put it out there. You want to let people know what's going on, just put it out there. So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not saying anything about Snyder, so I'm not saying anything about SFI. It was my machine. My machine was, I got it brand new 8.5 years ago. So, it was just one of those things. The internal clock got screwed up on it. They couldn't fix it. There was just no way of fixing it. So I just heaved it in the trash and got this new one, which is slimmer. The only thing is, I don't like it's got the whole nose piece, and see what it's doing on my face? Right there. Both sides. It's freaking breaking them out. I'm used to the pillows that go inside your nose, but they didn't have any. And in stock where I got my sleep study done, So now we just gotta try to get used to these things. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it hurts my freaking nose. I know that much, but yeah. So that's what we're doing. I just figured I'd make this video just to let people know that, you know, I'm still here. I'm still here. Like I said, you can knock me down, but I'm not staying down. So it doesn't matter how many times that you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. And I was down for a little bit, but I got to watching some YouTube people and talking to someone, and well, I was able to pull myself out to where I wasn't, you know, because I was to the point, literally was to the point to where I was gonna just turn the truck in and go home. But then I figured, if I turn the truck in, I gotta pay all that money. And I need a CPAP machine, so even if I go to another company, I would need one. So what's the sense of, you know, at least this way I can make money once I leave here. Which we're gonna do. We're gonna stay out maybe 2 more months. So sometime in July, I'll probably end up going home. Because I got to get SFI and Snyder caught up. I am behind. And plus, I got to make up this $2,800 here too. So if we just get going here and get everything done, like I said, bust, just get it done. I mean, I just got to find some loads that are good paying loads, and just start doing that revenue to where I can get Snyder caught up, SFI caught up, my bank back caught up, and then we should be all right. Yeah, so yeah, let me take you out and show you my damage to my truck. I don't know if it can be, no, you stay. I don't know if it can be buffed out or not. Let's see. All right. If anybody's familiar with Indianapolis OC, you know where I'm parked. Down here by the shop here. I was parked up by the building so he could have the grass. See, there's grass over there, I walk him. But look at this. Look at that. The bumper and everything. Like I said, I don't know if you can buffer it out. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it looks like it comes off. Must have been just a tire rub. But still, I'll have to sit there and see if I can get that. I'll grab one of my soft cloths and see if I can get it done. But, I mean, and then you go in to get new tires put on. Look what they did to my rims. Look at that. These rims are beat up like crazy. Yeah, I called him on it, and he's like, oh, it must have been like that before you got here. I'm like, no, they weren't. Trust me. Here's the other one. See the scratches on that? Look at that. I don't know if they can be fixed, but they're terrible. I just don't understand how you can take a tire off and hi Maxie. Say hi to YouTube. Hi YouTube. Okay, let Daddy up. Come on, watch out. Thank you, buddy. You stay down there, Daddy's got a cigarette. Alright, there we go. Alright. So Yeah, so like I said, I was parked up there, and when that happened, nope, you stay. You wait today. So I'm going to cigarette, buddy. Um, and I was just, oh man, I was just so mad. You know, you come out and, you know, you got this mark on the side of your truck, and I'm like, oh man. But I didn't say anything about it. I didn't throw a fit. I wanted to, but, you know, it could have been a student who did it on accident. You know, he just didn't turn his wheel right. I mean, you know, either backing up or going forward. It happens. I mean, you're not gonna, you know, what are you gonna do? Get him in trouble for doing it? I mean, he probably didn't do it. He or she probably didn't do it on purpose. So that's why I didn't throw a fit about it. I'll get it fixed as soon as I get out of here and get moving. So I hope everybody's having a nice Memorial Day weekend. Me, I'm just sitting here. Just sitting here, begin. Got the windows open. It's not too bad out right now. But, you know, I would rather be home with my beautiful wife, but, you know, when you make a decision together that it's just, it wouldn't have made no sense to go home with a waiver and then have to drive all the way back down here to Indianapolis to get my medical card from the doctor. You know, it would have, I mean, it would have been awesome to be home, trust me, for a week. It would have been nice. But at least this way, we can get the medical card, get over there real quick, get the medical card, send it off to Snyder, and then I can book a load and get out of here as soon as I turn my fuel card and the load board back on. So that's what we're doing. Sitting here drinking coffee. Just hold on, Dave. It's almost done. You hold on. You stay right there. Let Dave finish the cigarette. So yeah, so I mean, besides that, everything was going good. You know, we were you know, making money. I took one load from upstate New York, brought it down here to Frankfurt, to Frito-Lay, and dropped it hooked there, and I did that in a one day trip, boom. So of course I had to get a 10-hour break, and then I woke up and I remembered, I looked at the calendar and I remembered, darn it, it was time for a physical. So I got with Snyder and went down to Concentra down there on the circle. Got that done, and well, that was it. I only had that one load for the week. That one load. I paid Snyder and a little bit to SFI. So that weren't too bad, but right now 3 weeks. 3 weeks behind. But, you know, like they told me, I've been speaking to my SFI rep, and they said, you know, it's not your fault. You know, you didn't know your internal clock was broke, which I didn't. The machine was working fine. It would say collecting data, but of course you couldn't use it because even though that they know that the date was out and it wasn't your fault, they wanted a real reading of it. So, and I have, like I said, this new machine. It's a pretty good one. Like I said, it works pretty good. I just got to get used to that nose thing. It just hurts right here. There. But we'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. We just want to get back up again. 2 months straight, maybe that might help us. You never know. You know, pay extra. There's really nothing else going on. Just sitting here being bored. Like I said, I was going to put this video out sooner, but I just didn't, it's just an update video, it's nothing, I'm not, down, I'm not, not yelling or anything like that, or, I'm not saying anything about Snyder, or like I said, or SFI, or anybody like that, or Concentra. It happens. The machine broke, there's nothing I can do about it, so, we're just going to go from there. It's fine, I'm not worried, I'm not going to sit there and, and mope about it. It happens, Come on, get up here. Oh, you're paying the busky. You're paying the busky. Yes, you are. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to keep this around 20 minutes. I don't want to go too overboard. I was able to clean my truck completely. Washed some of the floors and washed all the walls down. And I got a tote I put on the back of my truck. I'm going to hope it works. I use some, those bars they use for the stop signs and stuff. Well, I had one of those on the back of my truck for about 2 years now. So I cut it, used it as a brace, and then I strapped it because I didn't have a drill bit big enough to go up through to line everything up perfect, because I really wanted it to be screwed to it. But I'm going to have to wait till I get home and get my drill bits. I didn't know I didn't have them on me. So that way I can get them lined up, and that way I got help too. I got, the wife can help me, or one of my boys can help me. That way I can get it up, and that way, because now my driver's passenger side seat, our floor, is now cleaned out. All my chains, my sew chains are in there. All my oil, my antifreeze, all my additives that were underneath one of the seats back there, those are all in there. So it makes it easier now for them to get in and, for Thermo King when I bring it down so they can get in there. I got to get this Thermo King looked at it. Every time it starts up, it smokes. And I just had an oil change done to it. They're supposed to do everything. I'm hoping it's what they did. But we'll bring the Thermo King. We'll have them do a complete tune-up on it. And gonna have a bigger alternator put on, a higher output alternator, because the APU don't work crap if you go to use the microwave. All it does is chime, and if the APU's running and been running, you use the microwave and it chimes, and it's not charging right, it's not working proper. So I want to get that adjusted, because it doesn't kick up when it needs to. When the volts are low, it doesn't high idle like it's supposed to. So that's what I got to get looked at. But besides that, we ain't really got much going on. I don't want to, get you guys bored or anything. So we'll probably just end it now, and I'll do a video, an update video, when I get my medical card. Like I said, Tuesday should be the time that I can get it. So I'm hoping. So we'll have to just keep our fingers crossed and see if we can get out of here. And with me being down this long, probably going to be looking at about a month behind on SFI. 3 weeks, I believe, is what they said on Snyder. So you're looking at, quite a bit of money I got to come up with here real quick. So, but that's the joys of driving. That's trucking, right? So we're not worried about it. Like I said, I'm upset because, it's a lot of money I got to come up with, but it happens. It happens. Everybody breaks down, or, is down, and everyone's got to pay something when they're down. But anyway, so thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. To all the people that have been here, thank you for sticking around, and for all the new ones that do come on, thank you for coming on. All right, you guys, have a nice weekend. and a nice Memorial Day. All right, bye.